Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back. And I know the first thing people are going to say, where have I been? I've been gone for about a month now. Um, and I apologize. I don't know why I've been gone that long. I just haven't really had motivation to upload. School's been super chaotic, so I do really apologize. But it is Christmas break. Merry Christmas time. It's not actually Christmas, but it is very close. Um, we are on Christmas break, so I would say there's probably going to be a few videos, probably. Don't quote me on that, but I would say there's probably going to be a couple videos that come out during Christmas break. I am working, before people ask, yes, I am working on the SML October and November month reviews. They are coming, I promise. I know they're late, but let's just get started with this video. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. But today, what I'm doing is I'm showing off all of my 2024 release DVDs. So basically, I'm just showing off all the DVDs that I have that released in 24. There's quite a few. This is probably the biggest year for me when it comes to things that I have picked up in 1 year. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, this is definitely my biggest year. I got 10 things. I have 10 DVDs that came out in 2024. Usually, I have 5 or under. So this is a really big one for me. I'm going to be trying. I think I have these all in the right year release or the right timeline release. I do have 4 of them are Blu-rays, right? 4, yeah. 4 of them are Blu-rays, and then the rest are DVDs. So 6 DVDs, 4 Blu-rays. Let's just get started with the first. I will say this will not include any Nickelodeon releases or anything. This will just be like pure family or horror or just actual movies, not TV show releases. Just so you guys know. First up I have is I have Wonka. This came out in February, so pretty early on. One of my favorite musicals, actually, probably is my favorite musical. I don't know. Wicked is definitely a contender for my favorite musical. Here's the disc. I'll go ahead and show the conditions on these, because most of them are pretty minty still. I am going to read, the rating and then the runtime. The runtime is 116 minutes, and it's PG for some violence, mild language, and thematic elements. So there's that. Now, I'm pretty sure this one here is a Blu-ray, and I'm pretty sure this was released the exact time as Wonka as well. And that is Migration. Definitely a surprise by Illumination. I remember when this movie was coming out and the trailers were coming out, everyone was talking about how nobody was going to enjoy this, and this was just going to be a complete fall through for Illumination. And it turned out to be one of Illumination's most popular movies. A lot of people liked this one, including myself. I really enjoyed this movie. A really fun movie. Really surprised with how much I enjoyed this. I will read. There's the bonus features. You get the 3 mini movies, which is Fly Hard, Mooned, and Midnight Mission. I saw Mooned. I saw in the theater actually when I went to see this. So here's the actual case though. And it's rated PG. Where's the rating? PG for action. It's really hard to read. Holy crap, that is small. Rated PG for action, peril, and mild rude humor. And the runtime is 1 hour and 42 minutes, aka 82 minutes. And then the 2 discs. So you got your Blu-ray, which unfortunately has that weird clear thing, which you can kind of see me. And then you have the DVD, which somehow got scratched up. I don't know how. It got scratched, but it did. Now for one of my only 2024 horror releases, I have this one and one other horror release that I own right now from 24. There are some other 2024 horror releases I do want to get at some point. I haven't seen them yet, so I'm kind of waiting for the prices to come down first. And if I haven't seen them, I won't. I will not blind buy horror movies. So most of the time, unless they're like super cheap. But this one I think came out in March or was it April? And it is, in my opinion, really underrated. Imaginary. I actually enjoyed this. I know most people hated this. I actually enjoyed this for some reason. I'll be honest with you, I don't know why out of everything this year this was something I was shocked by. Because I honestly, it looked interesting. I didn't think it was going to be anything crazy. It's actually really good, in my opinion at least. It's probably Blumhouse's best movie this year. It's rated PG-13 for some violent content. Some or drug use in language, which there's not much language in here. And it's 104 minutes, so almost 2 hours. I do want to say, I think this movie, the only thing I probably would have changed about this movie is probably if they brought down the runtime a little bit. Just a little bit. Some people are gonna ask, because if you guys watched my channel early this year, you guys would know I did a video where I showed an unboxing video of Night Swim. A lot of people are gonna ask me, that was 2024, why is that not here? I got rid of it. And I'll tell you why I got rid of it. I got rid of it because I rewatched it, and I don't know what was wrong with me for saying that was a good movie. Because that movie sucked. So I got rid of it, so I don't have it anymore. It's not like I paid much for it anyway. I only paid like $8 for it, so. Next up is this one. I don't know if I've said this on camera or not. One of my favorite movies of all time. It's in my top 3 movies of all time. And that is the movie If. I loved this. I loved everything about this. I heard that they are working on a sequel. Thank goodness. This movie is so good and super underrated. I'm just going to read the tagline on this because it's so true. Fantastic film that's perfect for the whole family. This was so good. I don't care what people say. Critics did not care for this movie that much. This was good. This was so fun. It has emotion in it. It has everything in it. I loved it. I love this guy, you're supposed to love him. He's just your goofy little character. And obviously both of the 2 human characters were really good in this movie. Honestly, probably my favorite characters were these 2. Which is Kaylee Fleming and Ryan Reynolds. I knew Ryan Reynolds, I couldn't remember her name off the top of my head though. PG for thematic elements and mild language, and it's 104 minutes. Unlike Imaginary, this movie, honestly, I wouldn't have been mad if this was even longer, to be honest with you. Here's the disc. 10 out of 10 movie. Definitely check this out when you guys get the chance to. Next up is another one that I knew I was going to enjoy. If I knew I was going to enjoy, but didn't know I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. This was another one I knew I was going to enjoy, but I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was. Inside Out 2. A lot of people think one's better. I definitely understand that. Whether you like one or two more, both is the first Inside Out and the second Inside Out. They're both amazing movies. Either way. In my opinion, this is probably in the top 3 Pixar films, to be honest with you. I think this still has the same feeling that the first one had, which I absolutely love. The first movie. Honestly, I might, on a good day, say this is better. I've seen this movie like 5 times already. Whether it was on Disney Plus, I saw it in the theaters once, I think. And I watched the DVD like 2 or 3 times already. And I streamed it on Disney as well. It's rated PG for some somatic elements, and it's 96 minutes. Honestly, pretty short. Honestly, this could have gone longer as well. Here's the disc. Good movie. I know most people loved this. It had like almost a perfect score, I think. I mean, this movie made almost $2 billion. I think it made like $1.7 billion or something. It made a lot of money. Just goes to show when Disney needs money, just do sequels to like popular movies because they do well. Now, this one was another one that everyone was just on, and I really liked. Honestly, probably my favorite out of the 4 of these movies, and you probably know what I'm talking about. Despicable Me 4. I know. When it comes to these movies, most people argue they just go downhill every movie. I actually genuinely really enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed Rise of Gru as well, which was the one that came out before this in the Despicable Me Minion kind of franchise. Honestly, I love this. I've seen this movie like 7 times now. I saw it once in the theater, and I've seen the DVD like 6 times. But yeah, I watched this a lot. Great movie, honestly. Really needs more love than it got. Really underrated. When it comes to these movies, it has the highest score on audience, and I think critics as well. Yeah, it's one of the most hated movies in the Despicable Me franchise, which I don't get, because it has like the highest Rotten Tomato score. Here it is outside of the case. You get 2 mini movies, Game Over and Over, and Benny's Birthday. It's rated PG, which I have a glare because I'm action and rude humor. In the runtime, trying to see the runtime. Focus. Can we focus, please? Just pretty PG. Can we focus? An hour 35, so 95 minutes. Also, could have been longer. I really like the Mega Minions. Really hope they bring them back in future movies. Maybe. I didn't show the condition for the past couple, did I? My bad. I'll show the condition in a sec. I'm sorry, guys. I completely forgot to show the condition of Inside Out 2 and If. So I will go ahead and show those real fast. Here's If. And then here's Inside Out 2. I'm sorry about that, guys. I completely forgot to show you guys the death conditions. Let me know. Do you guys want me to do these for like previous years, like 2023 and stuff? Let me know if you guys like these, and obviously in the future, like 25 and stuff. Do you guys want to see more of these where I'm showing off every movie that I picked up for the year? Next up, this one's gonna surprise a lot of people that I actually did kind of enjoy this. I gave this like a 4 out of 5, which most people gave this a 1. And it was probably the most hated movie this year, one of at least. Borderlands. I know. I've never played the games, though. So, I did genuinely enjoy this. I actually thought this was really fun. I know some people who didn't play the game also enjoyed this. Mainly the people who did enjoy this didn't play the game. So, it's PG-13 for intense sequences of violence. Bro, my camera is not focusing today. Hello? Can you focus today? No, it can't. I'll just read it. Intense sequences of violence, action, language, and some suggestive material. And it's 101 minutes. Sorry, my camera is not cooperating today. I mean, I haven't filmed a video for a month, so it's not really in the tune now, but yeah, hopefully I can get back into doing videos on a normal schedule again. Sorry about that once again, guys. And then, here's the discs. I actually got this one recently, like a month ago, I want to say. I don't know how in the world this happened already, considering I haven't popped in the DVD, so I don't know how it got like that. I know sometimes the case does that, so. Next up is another contender for one of my favorite movies of the year. The next, honestly, at the end of this video, I'll probably put my top 3 in here. Next up, Twisters. I saw this movie in the theaters 3 times. I watched the DVD twice. I've seen this movie 5 times. This is so good. If you have not seen this movie, please check this out. It is so good. It's so enjoyable. Just such a good movie. In and out. It's pretty long too. It's PG-13 for... Gosh, my camera hates me today. Intense action and peril, some language, and injury images. So that's the nudity images, and I was like, what? And it's 2 hours and 3 minutes. Yes, I spent 6 hours and 9 minutes of my life in the theaters watching this. And I forgot to show the condition again. Guys, I'm so sorry. This is definitely one of the contenders for the best movie of the year, for sure. It's not actually the best of the year, but it's definitely a contender. Next up, I saw this one in November, I think. Or was it October? I think it was November, because it was almost the end of its time in the theater. And I really enjoyed this one as well. Probably one of the best animated movies I've ever watched. The Wild Robot. Picked this up the release week. And really, such a good movie. Just honestly amazing. These guys, I won't spoil it, but they are probably some of the funniest people in this movie. I don't know. Everyone in this is really good. They are doing a sequel to this. They made a crap ton of money on this, and they announced a sequel, like, within, like, I want to say 2 weeks of this movie, because of how good of reviews it was getting. Thank goodness. This is worth a sequel, for sure. So here it is. The greatest DreamWorks movie ever. I'm not even going to argue with that. This is the best DreamWorks movie I've ever watched. It's PG for... Gosh dang it. Can I zoom in and see it? Action, peril, and thematic elements. And it's an hour and 42 minutes, aka 102 minutes. And your disc. Great movie. And the last one, if you guys know me, I am a horror fan. You already know I bought this release week. That's Terrifier 3. You already know I was going to get this. You already knew. If you know I'm a horror fan, and if you know I'm a Terrifier fan, which you should if you know I'm a horror fan, you already knew I was going to get this. I picked this up on Friday, so just like the other day, and I'm filming this on Saturday, so literally yesterday I picked this up. Yeah. Great movie still. Honestly, on a rewatch, I like it more. to be honest with you. I like this more on the rewatch than I do on the first watch, which usually happens with these. And then you got different artwork, which isn't something most people do nowadays. But hey, pretty cool. It's not rated because I can't really rate this. And it's 125 minutes, aka 2 hours and 5 minutes. I hate her. This case is so hard to open. It's just really hard case. Here's the disc. I'm not going to show the condition because it's a Blu-ray. And I just got it yesterday, so it's brand new still. As the insert. And that is going to do it. Now, I know how I just said I was going to do my top 3 DVDs that I own from this year. I generally don't think I can. There is that many that are contenders. I can't honestly pick a top 3 for my top. I can't. If I had to choose, it's probably between these 4, honestly, as my favorite of the year. I know that's my favorite, absolute favorite of the year. But one of these would be cut out. And I don't know which one it would be, to be honest with you. Probably Terrifier. As much as, no, probably Wild Robot. I was going to say, because Terrifier is so good. But that's going to do it. That is going to do it for my 2024 DVD release collection. Let me know if you guys want me to do these for more years in the future. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.